What's up, guys? Welcome back to another MCOC Alliance War, and for this war I'm bringing in Blade, Void, and Hood. I actually brought in Hood for the second fight, but we'll get to that in just a moment. So up first we have Spider-Man on the first node, Unblockable first, and I was actually expecting to see him here. Pretty surprised that I don't see him more often. I thought about using not Void, Hood on this, just to go invisible right before he does the L1, because then he'll pretty much miss all of the web balls, and then it shouldn't be too hard to evade the rest of it. But I went ahead and went with Blade instead, just because I wanted to save Hood for the second fight, because I checked the guy's profile and saw that he had a rank 4 Medusa. So I thought, maybe this was a good spot to put that Medusa. But then as soon as I go in, I see these persistent charges, so I know that it's not Medusa. It ends up being Corvus. So, but yeah, that's what I saw when I checked his profile. So, yeah, and then coming into the fight, it's Corvus. So obviously, I was like, I might as well just use Blade instead of Hood. There's no advantage for using Hood in this fight. So brought in Blade, evade the first special, dash in, punish it. The second time, I'm too far back, so I don't want to dash in and get parried. I'd go ahead and do it if it was like a event quest or something like that, where they don't parry. But in here, I would get parried and get the armor break on top of that. So I don't mind the armor break in event quest, but it's just getting stunned and getting punished afterwards. So able to easily take down Corvus on that node. Up next we have a mutant, and I go in, I see that it has persistent charges. So initially I thought that it was going to be with Cable, but when I saw the charges, then I knew that it was going to be Bishop. And I actually rank 5 Void for this war. Not particularly for this fight, and I actually didn't boost up for this fight. It's for the next fight. There's Iceman, and I wanted to make sure I had as much health as possible, as much attack as possible, and that's one of the reasons why I took Void to rank 5. I mean, I wanted to do it anyways, but I was going to be a little bit more patient. I opened up all of my crystals with catalysts in it. I even opened up all the ones with the tier 3 class catalysts, so that I could sell all of the signs from there. And eventually, after opening everything, I had just enough to form another tier 4 class catalyst and take Void to rank 5. So I was pretty happy about that, but I do have a lot of catalysts to sell now. But you see in this fight, I'm trying to push Bishop to his second special, and normally in arena I'm like 50% fully evading that. A lot of times when I do dash back, I dash back too early and end up getting hit, or I wait too long and then I don't evade it. But yeah, I'm like 50% in arena, but luckily I got it every time in that fight. So here we are. I got this rank 5 Iceman. I'm going to switch over to the regen boost, and that is because the cold snap on here, you see it's at 5500, and with the boost from the node, it ends up being like I want to say it was like 17k. So yeah, and my Void, he has, with the boost on, he has 40k, so not worried about dying from it, but I want to have as much health as possible afterwards, because I am going to need to use Void in all of the rest of the fights. Actually, I don't end up needing him in the next fight, but we'll get to that in a moment. So got through the cold snap, and with the regen, I ended up with over 70% health, which is pretty good. Was when I first saw it, I was kind of panicking. So I actually forgot how much health that Void has, and yeah, it was like I did the math, and I knew that I was going to lose 17k health, and I'm like, man, you know, that's going to be a real pain to deal with. One of the things I really don't like about Iceman is, you know, unless you have the right champion, that damage is unavoidable. I do have one champion as a 5-star that I could use against him, you know, just in like quests, not for this particular fight here, and that is the Infinity War Iron Man, because he starts the fight with a armor up, and if he has the that passive armor up, then he's immune to what is it, cold snap and bleed. So just a weird, you know, weird choice right there. Cold snap and bleed. You would think like you know, like bleeding poison or something like that, but yeah, weird to throw the cold snap in there, but I'm pretty happy about that because, like I said, that's the only champion that I have that's immune to that at the start of the fight. So going into here, I saw that it was a rank 3, and I was thinking, of course, I was going to be the Iron Man, and it turns out to be Howard the Duck. So going smoothly until this point right here, where I go in to do a combo, and for whatever reason, the game registered that the tapping as me holding down to do a heavy attack, so I end up getting hit there, and then take some more damage coming up right here when the Thunderquack applies. I was hoping that he was going to get the regen, but he didn't get the regen, and instead I got the Thunderquack, so you know, that sucked there. But the debuffs finished him off. So up next we see a mutant here on the Arc Overload node, and I'm 100% expecting this to be Domino. So I'm not even going to come in with Hood. Just going to go in with Void, and I was debating if I should heal up or not for this fight, because I do know that Void still had a good amount of health left, but you know, all the critical failures like right there, and actually I believe in this fight I failed a lot of parries. See, I failed again there. She got the evade there. I'm trying to play as careful as possible, but I am getting backed against the wall. Pretty annoying that I can't get out of this corner right here. She keeps getting lucky, so I really don't want to attack into her. The good thing is that so far I'm not getting unlucky, but I do need to bait out this special. You know, come on, just trying to get her to throw this second special, and once I get backed into the corner, she will do a full combo into my block and then throw the special. So taking a lot of damage, able to fully evade the gun blast though. I wanted to evade that, but I still had that unlucky on me, so I knew it wasn't going to work. So yeah, you see I'm building up my power. I'm not going to fire off this special 1 or special 2. Going to wait to get to special 3, get myself out of this corner, and then I can start concentrating more on trying to get these debuffs on her and get her down. So I got one more debuff to apply, and I can't remember if it applies or not, but I already have her pretty much heal blocked, and she's taking some extra damage, and that's because I do have the Despair Mastery, so that's reversing some of that. And see, I get unlucky here, but it wasn't until after Fear of the Void was applied, and luckily she didn't become lucky there, or I didn't get unlucky, because that would have failed, or she might have evaded that. But yeah, able to get her down, one shot there. Going into this next fight, I see that it's Cable, and I was debating who I was going to take for this. Like, do I want to heal up Void, or do I want to try it with Hood, and I go ahead and try it with Hood. And the idea was like every 1 or 2 combos I was going to get a stagger on him, but as you can see, didn't get a stagger on those first 2, didn't get a stagger on this next combo. What happened there, I went to swipe back, but he went in instead, so that sucked. And once I got hit by that, I knew that was pretty much going to be over with all that damage coming off of me. So yeah, you see I finally get a stagger in, but yeah, it's pretty much too late for me. I'm just trying to see how much damage I can do to him. Since I was backed into the corner, I was able to punish him after that L2, but like I said, I'm not expecting to finish off this fight. I'm just trying to do as much damage as possible before I get KO'd, trying to bait out the special, get it again, go in, punish him. But I'm into the corner, and I can't get out. I can't save up and do my L3 because that's going to cause a bleed, and yeah, that pretty much finished the fight off for me. So I put 2 level 2 or level 4 health potions into Void and go in on them, and it's starts off a pretty easy fight, but I do end up taking a combo eventually. What ends up happening is I'm trying to bait out a special, and he's just doing the feints, you know, hold and block, release and block, and I'm you know, trying to anticipate when he's going to dash in, and I guess I dashed in a little bit too, or dashed back a little bit too early. I thought I had the timing right there, but I guess I was a little bit too early dashing back, and then was trying to continue to dash back, got hit again. So panicking a little bit. I was happy he only did 2 hits that last time. Otherwise, he would have got to his special 3 and then finished off the fight. So now the fight's pretty well in hand. I have Fear the Void up. I can launch my specials and not have to worry about strike back. And I'm pushing him back. I don't have to worry about his regen. He's firing off the L1, so yeah, it was just when he got to the L2 and he wasn't throwing it is when I was having some issues. So my teammates, they ended up taking down the boss, and actually we were tied 2-2 as far as bosses were concerned. The third battle group, you know, they didn't have the middle cleared, but they went ahead and took the boss down with that node up, and then the other alliance tried to do the same thing, but they came up short. So thanks to that, we were able to win this war because we pretty much lost every other category. So yeah, pretty happy about that, getting a win. But yeah, anyways guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.